Sorry, stay, go back, sir. I saw something. Instagram failed to connect to the stream. Yeah, can you stop streaming? Give it some time before you record. Yeah, we're streaming now. Good. Good. Start recording. Can you click start on Substack? Because I don't think it's doing anything. Wait, stream is pending until broadcast software connects. You can close mode. Just give it some time. It can.
Okay.
Start it from the other place, listen.
How do you mean?
From no, go to the OBS. Start. OBS. The start there on the yeah.
Click start.
Start listening. Yes, sir. Let's see whether it's connected first there. Go back to OBS because it's not looking. Yeah, now it's going little by little. So go back to your Substack, let's say. Yeah, perfect. Now you can close. Can you copy this link for me, sir? Copy the link. Just paste it for us.
In the chat?
No, don't worry. Just continue. Continue what you're doing. We're good.
Okay. All right. Let me just check the windows. Yeah, it's right here. And Instagram is live? Or do I need to click go live?
Yeah, you need to click go live on Instagram. Yeah, you're live now.
And YouTube, are we live on YouTube?
You're live already. Yes, you're live.
Nice. All right, then I guess I can just start the whole thing.
Ah, you can.
All right. All right. We are live. Dogood Mavericko here. Today I thought we'd go through this other success story of an online paid community. This one as well is on the school.com platform. And again, if I was starting a new online paid community, I would not choose the school platform. Because you're kind of inviting competition and it's not really that independent. So yeah. But yeah, this one, 624 members times $99 per month. So that's like 624 times 99, $61,776. But it's hard to say how much they're actually making, because the way a lot of paid communities are doing it is that they are starting at a low price per month, maybe even free. And as they have like a few hundred members, then they're gradually increasing the price, like step by step. So it's very hard to say how much money this guy is actually making per month, but I would guess probably around, I would guess around $40,000 in profit per month, something like that. But yeah, Scoot CRM for school. So looks like this is some kind of software. Let's look at the description. Make your school easier to run while increasing your monthly revenue. Trusted by 57 school games winners. And 613 communities, making in total over $5,239,294 MRR Top schoolers say, Calvin Hollywood, you can save a lot of time and make more money. Aiden Labriche, no-brainer sign up if you are serious about scaling your school. Matt Ryder, the failed payment DM automation was essential to my #1 school games finish. Scoot CRM gets you automatic DMs that onboard and retain members. Oh really? I thought this was a function that school already had. Member tagging to track engagement and buying intent. Failed payment and churn sequences that recover lost MRR. And much more, like post scheduling to stay consistent. Works for both hobby and pro plans. Or upgrade to our premium tier and get managing your community with AI, Scoot MCP. Upgrade and churn tracking from classroom data. Personalized member lead magnets generated for you, and a new AI sales rep. All plans include a one-on-one system setup call completed in under 23 minutes. Limited time only. Click start your trial now. So yeah, it looks like this is some kind of a CRM software tool, and that they're kind of combining it with a paid community. I guess they're using the paid community as a kind of payment processor, but also for onboarding and retention and stuff like that. Some people these days claims that the future of software should include some form of community, because as it gets easier and easier for people to use AI to create their own softwares, one of the ways that you can keep the retention higher is with a paid community. Let's look at the video.
What's going on, everyone? My name is Garrett, and I build Scoot CRM to help school community owners manage their communities better. And I'm going to give you a quick demo of how you can use it to improve your own community management. So first off, it's a Chrome extension. So it sits here in your browser, and I'll show you how the tagging system works. So anywhere you see someone's name on school, let's say Heather, you just drag them and drop them into any of these tags, which you can create and customize. So if I drop her into a lead tag, now what's going to happen is she has this emoji that shows up in front of her name, and that's going to carry across the whole platform. So if I go to the schoolers community, anywhere that I see Heather, she's going to have that in front of her name, even my inbox, right? And so that's how I can track people. And then if I had team members, they would be able to see that same emoji on their own screen. For example, if I had setters and they were, let's say, they put her under call offered, right, or like call booked, I would be able to see that, and all of my team members would be in sync and know who's who at a glance. And then I could also just step into any of these tags at any point and see everyone listed. Let's say I also wanted to like make a welcome post. I could just tag everyone, mention everyone in a tag all at once. So that's the tagging system. I could also, open up someone's profile and throw them into a sales pipeline, set reminders, store important links. I could store notes, kind of like a mini CRM. Now the next thing is metrics. So for this, basically it gives you a lot of the same information that school already gives you in the analytics. It's just on the side panel here, so it's easier to access. And for each of these metrics, you can also set goals. So if let's say my member goal was 900, now it's going to show up as red until I reach my goal. Something else that's kind of nice is I can see the most popular hour of the day for every day of the week within my community, which is great for determining when I should make a post. So for example, Monday, the best time is at 11 a.m. my time. 70% of members were active. All right, and then there's also some DM tracking as well, so I can count how many DMs I send every day, how many calendar links I send in a day, along with how many unique conversations I started. And again, if I had team members, all of this would be tracked for them as well, and I could just see them listed here. And then there's sales pipeline. So similar to tags, I could just drag someone and throw them in as a lead and just keep pushing them through the sales pipeline. And this is useful for anything that you have a start to finish process and you are wanting to push people through stages, because it can just belong to one stage at a time. And so you can customize this to be whatever you want, whether it's for sales or customer success, anything. And lastly, we have the message template. So what this looks like is if you open up a DM with school and you just type a /, you get access to all these pre-typed messages, which you can customize these, right? So maybe / /calendar is your calendar, or you have a welcome message, whatever you want. And you can put their name in there as well into the message. Then there's also post templates. What this looks like is if I go into school, I come back to make a post, I can just click on one of these templates and it throws it into the page. And then we've got saved posts as well. So if I just click this little bookmark icon, I can save any post on school, and then it stores it here by community, along with a folder breakdown as well. Now, the most important part of Scoot is the automations, which I'll show you next. So the biggest one is automated follow-ups. So a use case for this would be someone joins your school community, you send them that auto DM from school, then a lot of times they don't respond. And so with the automated follow-ups, you can actually send another message, for example, 2 days later, and say, hey, just bumping this in case you missed it, with a GIF, and then another 2 days later, all right, you can just keep stacking these. And if they respond at any point, the sequence stops, so you never have to worry about spamming someone. And if you really wanted to, you could just send a message when they were online. All right, and then the next kind of automation, auto DM, is around churn. So what you can do here is if you have a paid community, if someone clicks cancel on your group, you can send them a message the moment they cancel. And then you could also do the same thing for when their card declines, and then the same thing when they're fully removed from the group. And then to take a step further, if you have tiers, you can actually break this down by tier. So maybe a VIP client, you try to win them back when they churn, and then maybe standard and premium, you say something completely separate. And if you're using trials, you can actually categorize it even further by trial member. So if they're in a trial, they receive a different message than someone who's not in a trial. Another good one is keyword DM. So this is kind of like ManyChat for school. It's where you say, hey guys, comment the word school down below, and then everyone who comments and their comment includes the word school, then they would receive an auto DM, which is great for handing out lead magnets, which can then lead to more conversation or a book call. Another good one is new member DM. So what this can do is it can actually replace the message that school sends when someone joins your community. And the benefit of this is that you can actually send it to existing conversations, whereas with school, it only sends it to new conversations. And you can also segment it by answers. So not everyone has to get the same message when they join, and you can separate this based on how they answered the membership questions. Or you could segment it by tier as well. Another great one is Inbox Insights. What this will do is it will send you a weekly email, and it will break down your inbox for every message you send, and it will show you the reply rate for all of your messages. And this pairs nicely with the auto follow-ups because you can, over time, tweak your messages so that you can find the right follow-up sequence to send. Like, for example, if something's not getting any responses, you can just adjust it or rewrite it. And you can manage up to 3 communities with these automations. So that's pretty much Scoot from a high level. There's a lot more to it. I just wanted to share with you the basics. And there is a 7-day free trial, so you can sign up completely risk-free. After that, it's only $97 a month. I'll see you inside.
So yeah, that was his first video on his school sales page. Interesting stuff. So yeah, basically a CRM or a software, but selling it through the school platform when he is targeting school users. That's probably a great move in his case, but it is kind of mind-boggling that the school platform itself doesn't have these functions. What are they doing? Why don't they have this? And also, what about an email newsletter? One of the most basic things in the history of the internet. Having your own email list. That's also something that you need to connect extra if you're using the school platform. And some people might object, now you have the function. Yeah, you have the function inside school. Maybe you some buttons you can click, and school.com sends an email reminder on your behalf about you posted something in your community. Something like that. Yeah, but you don't own that list. That's the problem. You don't own the list. And that's a massive deal. Because there's, so much you can do with an email newsletter, with an email list. Let's quickly look at some of the other videos.
What's up, friends? My name is Kelvin, and I am a...
We do around 30.
I wanted to get...
Hey, I thought I'd leave this. My name is Matt, and I'm one of the recent winners of...
Yeah, looks like testimonial videos.
What's going on, everyone?
But yeah, how is this guy growing his page?
My name is Garrett, and I...
What is going on? How is this guy growing this thing? Let's look at his name. Where is he getting traffic from? One of the ways that communities on school are growing, some of them are getting some traffic from the school platform itself, which can be a great advantage to using the school platform. But still, I would really prefer to use my own independent platform when building a paid community, because, yeah, I think the school platform is also inviting distractions, kind of like a Facebook group, that people can be like all over the place scrolling and stuff, and then they visit your paid community, and then they kind of scroll away and stuff. Garrett F. Building Scoot CRM used by 57 school game winners. Try it for free. Active 10 hours ago. Joined January 24th, 2024. And his links, he don't have any social media links. I tried searching him up on social media, but I couldn't find him on Instagram or YouTube. Garrett F. It's not even his full name, I think. But yeah, the interesting thing is, we searched for him in the Facebook ad library, and it looks like the main way he is using, or the main traffic source he is using to grow his paid community or his CRM tool is Facebook ads. Facebook ads library. It says 10 results, but it looks like more like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ads. And the oldest one is about 1 month old at the time of this recording. But yeah, let's take a look at one of the ads. I think this is the one with most impressions. But yeah, this whole Facebook ad library thing is kind of confusing, because it's kind of hard to determine which of these ads is the most successful one. Sort by impressions, high to low. Let's look at this one. Make your school easier to run while increasing your monthly revenue. Scoot CRM is trusted by 22 school games winners and 411 communities, making in total over $2 million and $37,212 a month. Troy McNeely was able to close $15,000 in new revenue with no sales. That's interesting. Let's look at the video.
Hey, I'm going to show you how to set up automated follow-ups inside of school using Scoot CRM. So first, you'll click the 3 dots in the top right corner, and then click Support, and then click Follow-ups under the Guided Onboarding section, and then we'll hit Start, and then select your community. Now, a quick note here is your community is only going to show up if you have the AutoDM New Members plugin turned on inside school. So make sure that's enabled first. So select your community, and it's going to build the follow-up sequences automatically. You'll see your school AutoDM carried over as a trigger, and then a follow-up queued for day 1, day 2, day 3, and so on. And you can either keep the defaults or customize them. What I found works best is keeping the messages short and ending with a question. The whole point is just to get them to respond. And once you're happy with it, click Looks Great, and you're done. Now there's 2 ways for these follow-ups to get triggered. The first one is automatic. So the next person that joins this community, they're going to get the auto DM from school, and then the follow-up 1 day later, and then another follow-up another day later. And if at any point they respond, the sequence will stop automatically, so no one gets spammed, and I can jump in and have a real conversation with them. The second way is manually. So if you ever want to push someone into a sequence yourself, you can just open up their DM, click this follow-up icon, and select the follow-up sequence you want to add them to. Hey, I'm going to show you how to set up automated follow-ups inside of school using Scoot.
That's interesting. So looks like his ad is basically walking through how the software works. But again, it's just mind-boggling that the school.com platform don't have these functions themselves. What are they doing? Stupid stuff, if you ask me. But yeah. For those that are running a school community, it looks like a very valuable tool. So yeah. And I guess the lesson we should extract from this whole thing is probably that if you are selling a software or CRM tool, maybe you also can sell it through a paid community. And he emphasized the onboarding and stuff when we looked at his school sales page. And, you know, when it comes to softwares, it is a strange thing. It's like a bunch of nerds or a bunch of super intelligent, very, very smart people are making these tools. And then when normal people are trying to use them, it's just catastrophically horrible how that whole experience and how that whole thing is. So a lot of people, when they are subscribing to new software tools, they do almost nothing. It just gets too complicated to use and they just churn. So you lose members. So I guess for a lot of different types of softwares, even if you are selling to successful business owners, selling it maybe through a paid community to make the onboarding even better is probably a great idea. And then if people have problems and challenges, or if they want to learn about how other people are successfully using the software, they can just visit the community and get a bunch of advice there in addition to customer service. So yeah. I recently saw, was it a Facebook post or a YouTube video from Alex Becker, and he's building this software. And I think it was for months they had basically just been focusing a lot on the onboarding sequence, getting people to start using the software and super quickly get them to start using it and get results. And his software, what's the name again? Hyros. It's about getting people to profit more from their paid Facebook ads and stuff like that, with better tracking, that kind of stuff. And I think on average, the people that used his software almost immediately when they implemented it properly was like boom, 5% extra profit from their Facebook ads. It was almost like instant money, but almost nobody did it. It was too complicated. So what he actually did, which was brilliant, which is focused like crazy on the onboarding sequence, make it simpler and simpler, and helping people through it. And when he did that, it really helped him grow a lot. So yeah. And I guess a brilliant way to do onboarding is with a paid community. And in addition to onboarding, just having it as a form of extra added value and a place people can connect and stuff like that. brilliant stuff. By the way, let's look at this guy's, if we click start free trial, does he have tiers? And yes, it looks like $99 per month, that's standard. And then he has premium, which is $299 per month. And then he has VIP, which is $2,499 per year. What is the VIP? Is that basically the same as premium, but paid yearly? Maybe. But yeah, this changes the numbers a lot. I ran the numbers from his $99 per month, and it was about $61,000 per month in like a very rough estimate. But then if $300 per month, I was trying to run the calculations on my own, on my old Nokia phone, but it doesn't even have percentages. Let me just a rough calculation. If 20% of his members are paying $200 extra per month, 20% times $200 extra equals $40. So I guess we can take $40 plus $99, $139 times, to roughly estimate or guesstimate how much she's making. 139 is this correct? 139 times 624 members, $86,000 per month. So yeah, my new estimation of what he probably makes in profit per month, considering he's using some money on Facebook ads and support and stuff like that, and maybe some level of web development and stuff for his software, I would guess maybe around $70,000, $75,000 in profit per month. Exciting stuff. But yeah, when it comes to software, maybe you don't have your own software company, but there's a lot of ways you can white label software. The Go high level software, you can white label it if you pay like $500 per month. And there's a lot of ways you can sell that software to a bunch of different types of businesses out there. And if you decided to do that, maybe you should use a paid community as part of it when you're selling it. Might be a great idea. But yeah. I think this covers the main parts of this online paid community success story. Let me just look at this thing. try to find a timer on my tablet, but that's like a project. I guess I need a 2-week course to do it. These technology things are just off the rails. Please wait. Oh, I'm not waiting on this stupid stuff. But yeah, let's try to do a quick recap of this whole thing. All right, let's try for a quick kind of recap of this thing, or a short version. So yeah, this is another success story of an online paid community. A guy that is selling Scoot, a CRM tool for school communities. So basically a CRM, or a software that he's selling to school communities, and he's selling the software along with a paid community. 624 members, $99 per month, but he has tiers, so he's also charging $299 per month, or $2,499 per year. So my very rough estimate, it's very hard to say accurately, but my estimate is that he's probably making somewhere around $75,000 in profit per month. Exciting stuff. And I try to look at how he is promoting it, how he is growing this thing. And I could not find any social media links, but we found 7 different ads on social media. So it's on Facebook, Facebook ad library. So it looks like he's using Facebook ads as the main way of growing this thing. But another thing as well, he is also doing some form of cold outreach or warm outreach to other paid community owners on the school platform. That might also be going on behind the scenes without us knowing. So yeah. But yeah, looks like he's making around $75,000 in profit per month. Really exciting stuff, because again, it's kind of hard to say, but I don't think this requires as much work as many other online business models would require if you're just going to get the same kind of monthly income. So yeah, pretty exciting stuff. It's kind of surprising that the school.com platform itself doesn't have these functions. So this guy basically made a CRM tool, or a Chrome extension, some kind of software to do it. But yeah, looks like a valuable CRM tool, but I would have thought that the school platform had it themselves. But yeah, anyway, if you're interested in learning more about starting your own online lifestyle business, and especially when it comes to a paid community or email newsletter, you should check out terrific30.com, and you can join our free community. So just go to terrific30.com and you can join our free community and get a bunch more info and stuff like that. Alright.